All right, good morning, all of you in YouTube tabletop land. This is Tenacious Earl. Saturday morning is often a time, if you were a fan of soccer, that you might just tune in to watch a match, whether it's from Britain or Germany, England, Italy, Spain. There's lots of different leagues that have matches right now because right now it's pretty much the afternoon in those necks of the woods. And so we're going to play a game here. Arsenal hosting Liverpool. If you're new to soccer, the home team shows up on the left of the score. So we're going to get started with this here very soon. I just want to first indicate that this game, APBA Soccer, is not the easiest game to show on the screen so that you can see it particularly well, but I'm going to do the best job I can. I'm going to be using a dice roller. You'll be able to see that at the bottom right, just to try and conserve a little bit of space here. I've got my score sheet that I'm going to be writing on here. I haven't really tried it with the dice roller that you see on the screen. I've been using a different one, but this hopefully will work just the same, and we will just go ahead and... the one thing that was nice about the one I was using, which was on my phone, is that it keeps track of all your previous rolls, so it kind of like gives you a way to go back if you need to. But anyway, let's get going here. We're going to play both teams on what is considered 4-4-2, which is kind of like the easy, it's not the easiest. It's like the neutral formation, the neutral tactic, equally balanced shooting versus passing and playing defense and et cetera, et cetera. So that's what we're going to do. And so what we're going to do, the other thing to mention here, I have it written here on my sheet. When we do a loose ball check, again, we roll the dice down at the bottom, and we have 36 chances with those dice. So the first one will always be read first, the second one will always be read second. And so 11 to 36 would be the halfway point, and then 41 to 66. Well, because of the team ratings, and again, this is based off of a guy who goes by the name Mark Finzel on the Delphi forums, or Dr. Z is another alias he uses. He's come up with a little bit more intricate system, and we're going to use that here. I'm going to try to get through as much as I can before I have to take off for lunch. If I can get the whole thing done, that'd be great. But Liverpool, the away team, will have an advantage when it comes to loose ball checks. They're going to have 3 extra chances compared to... actually 6 extra chances, right? Well, 3. We'll call it 3. It's probably the best way to say it. But it's going to skew from 41. They're going to get up to from 34 to 66. They're the away team. So that's how it's going to work. Both team defenses at 3. There aren't any odd lineup phenomena as far as like too many forwards. Both teams have 3 forwards formations. So just to go over the lineups here, for Arsenal, goalkeeper is Bernd Leno. The back line is going to be Bellerin, Holding. Well, actually, they're going to use a 3-man back line. It's going to be Gabriel Dos Santos, David Luiz, and Rob Holding. They're going to be they're all center backs. And then they're going to have basically we'll say a 4-man midfield. It's going to be Maitland-Niles on the left. He's a wing back. Bellerin on the right, who's a wing back, rated as a defender. And then Mohamed El Neni, and Granit Xhaka are the central midfielders. And then up front, you're going to have 3 forwards, Willian and Aubameyang on the left, and Lacazette as their center forward. And then Liverpool, they are going to have a 4-man back line. It'll be in the center. It'll be Fabinho and Joel Matip, with the outside backs being Trent Alexander-Arnold on the right and Andrew Robertson on the left. And then you've got your 3-man midfield, Wijnaldum, Jones, and Thiago Alcantara, and then your forwards, Mohamed Salah, Sadio Mane, and Roberto Firmino. So pretty much a standard setup, and let's get going with who is going to kick off. So we'll just go with a straight up 50-50, and the 50-50 goes to Arsenal, the home team. So they will kick off, and when we use his system, we just kick straight off into zone F. And the player, we then go to a chart to check on zone F with 26 is going to be player 5. So for Arsenal, that is going to be Gabriel dos Santos, the center back. So they keep possession. And an 11, so an immediate potential chance here. So, but it's zone F with 11, which translates to 2 on his card. So F2 is a B2, so a pass to zone B, which is just outside the area with player 2, which is going to be Lacazette. So we'll re-roll here. That'll be a 42, which translates to 34. We go down here and look. 34 in zone B is going to be E4, so he's going to pass it backward to zone E to Willian, so it's going to pop back out of that closer area to goal. Now it's going to be 32 with Willian. 38 in E is going to be a header to B, so here is our first loose ball check. So then we re-roll on the loose ball, and whoever's it comes into, it's going to be 25, so Arsenal will retain possession in zone B, and who gains it? We go back to the checker chart for zone B, and that's going to be player 2, so it's right back to Lacazette and B. 25 is not going to be a shot number. If it were player 1, it would have been, but Lacazette is going to be 22 in B, so this is going to be this is going to lead to a shot. And so one way that I do differ from his recommendations is I go ahead and take the player who generated this chance, who was Lacazette, and that's going to be a shot off target. And then we do some of these checks have corner kicks generated. In this case, it's just going to be a rebound to B, and we're going to say B4. That's what it says on the chart, and we're just going to stick with that. So Arsenal starts off with some possession here in this game. They're happy about that, the home team. But Liverpool is pretty potent, and Arsenal has thus far. They do have a win. I believe it was against a relatively weak opponent. Let me check that first while we're in the midst of this. Arsenal, they beat Wolverhampton. So Wolverhampton's not a bad team, but Arsenal, with a tough early part of the schedule, they lost to Manchester United, so that's their other loss. Liverpool, with 1 win and a draw. Let's just get this out of the way while we're at it here. Liverpool defeated Newcastle United, the Magpies, and then they drew with West Ham. So that was kind of an uncharacteristic result there. You would have thought at home that they would have finished it off against the Hammers, but instead they let West Ham hang around and they went 0-0. So that's where we stand. So it's going to be a Willian and B. 32 for Willian is 38 in B, and this is going to lead to a defensive check. So this goes to our defensive chart, which is defensive 3, and that is a 35. So for 3 and 35, it's going to be a steal to zone X for Liverpool. So they will take over in zone X. We're in the 3rd minute. And X23 is going to be player 5, so that'll be a Thiago Alcantara. And as you can see here on my scorekeeping, I use a dot system to indicate possession, and then at the end I tally those up, except for the timing for goals I usually will cut out of that That's the only time I don't really keep in there. But okay, so it'll be Alcantara, Zone X, so that's basically in his own half. 32 again, we had two 32s in a row. 26 in X, that'll be a defensive check. Both teams 3 and 56, so this is actually going to be, the defense is not strong enough to intercept this, so it's going to end up being a good pass to Zone B for Liverpool, and it will be B25, so it'll be to Sadio Mane in Zone B. And 55 is a double, which is a great roll. So this is going to be a shot generated for Mane. Now the next thing that we do is we check who the assist might be to. And 11 is going to be, does anybody have a 10 plus? And they do not, assist rating. So nobody will be able to assist this. And so we're going to go off Mane's. And the way we do this, we take his shot on goal number, which as we see here on the card, 32, we would subtract 1 because there's no assist in Mark's system. So that's 31, but then we add 3 for the zone, which you can see the zone adjustments down below. So we subtract 1, which made it 31, but then we add 3. So it's going to be a 34. So that's the shot number. If we roll a 34 or less, it's on goal. It is 34 on the money. This is a shot that is on goal, and Leno is going to have to make a save. So you can see here, if we look at his card, the 10s are the goals. And 16 is a 10. This is a goal right off the bat in the 4th minute. Sadio Mane pumps it home unassisted. And it is 1-0 Liverpool right off the bat. What a start. Dream start for the Reds on the road. And that's about all you can ask for if you're a Liverpool fan. So 1-0. Quite the start there. Wow. So how do we get that? Well, let's look through this again. So Mane, we had a 55, which goes to 6. So the doubles and some of the results on here, 15, 51, some of these types of results will get you. So we go from the 6, we go over here to B, column B. He was in zone B. B6, and it's an S. It's right in this green area, which is for shots. So that's where we get the shot, and I walked you through the shot on goal number. 34 is 32, and you basically add 2. You take 3 for the zone and 0 because it's unassisted, and that's where we get the goal. So we're going to rejoin action in the 5th minute here, but we're going to put down the 4th minute. Whoop, that's the wrong side of my score chart. I want to make sure I record this. And let's give you a look at that right there. The bottom 0-1 is the score. All right, so it's going to be a kickoff for Arsenal again in zone F. Not sure I like this dice roller. It's got this little sequence it goes through, which kind of takes a little bit of time. So F9, so it'll be El Neni with control. In zone F, 42 is going to be 39 in F, which is going to be, if we look over here, it's down at the bottom of the chart. It's a header in D, so they're going to have a chance for a split, or for a 50-50 chance. 34 is going to go to Liverpool, so they lose. So when they lose control on a loose ball check to the other team gets it, but it's in their own defensive half, so it's going to be X. And 34 will be player 7. It'll be Curtis Jones for Liverpool. 1-0 your score. Reds on top. 45 for Jones is 25 in X. That's going to be a defensive check. That shows up right over in this little red region. So we roll. Again, a 3 and a 51 is going to be a pass to D. This is how Liverpool generated their first goal, but it's going to be D10. 66 is the way that the player finder works is the higher the number, the less offensive the player is. So when you get a 66, that's going to be your final guy here, Matip. So now we roll. Of course, that was a double. So if that came on one of these, you look it up on the player card, it would be a 66 and 11 are the two best ones. So 14 for Matip is 37 in D, which is in the red. It's a defensive check, and again we go back to. Okay, so here is 14. So this is a potential. This is a strategy point here for Arsenal. They can either take. So this is a counter opportunity, and so when you have, and this will be a counter to B. The really low numbers, 11 and 12, end up being counters to zone A, which is right near goal, and it creates a glorious opportunity. A counter B puts them just outside, and still a chance maybe to score a goal. That's where Mane with his 20-yard strike scored from. But Arsenal has a chance, because what we have to do now is if you counter, you have to run a loose ball check. And if the loose ball check goes against them, then Liverpool regains control in zone X. So there's a little bit of a gamble here, but they are going to try and counter. They need to get this 11 to 33 range right here on this roll. And it's 12, so they do get the counter to zone B. Maybe a chance to generate and to equalize. Let's see. 22 for B is going to be player 2. So that's going to be Lacazette. It's in a scorer's hands or feet. But 56 is not going to be a roll that's going to help. 22 in B. Okay, we already had that. So that's just B4 again. It's going to be a shot off target by Lacazette. And it'll be Willian in B. Can they generate a chance off of one of these things? 26. That is going to be 49, which 49 is in the FS. That's our first foul suffered by Willian. Means it was committed by a Liverpool guy. You go off the straight player ID card, and that's player 2. So we have these ranked on the sheet ahead of time. We go by their ratings on the card, and you rank them. So under foul committed, we go to 2, and 2 is right here. It's Sadio Mane, the goal scorer. And then we roll. So for a card, a yellow card, it would be 15 or under. If it comes up as yes, a yellow, then we would re-roll, and it would go to the red card rating. And if it's 11, then a chance for a red. 34, no card whatsoever. So, but that'll be a free kick in zone X for Arsenal. And I made some accounting errors here in my column. This is for they countered. This is Arsenal. And this isn't a free kick in X, it's actually a free kick in B. Willian suffered the foul, so that's my mistake. In zone B, so this is going to be a free kick from B. Now I got to look at I have a tactics chart here that I need to look at, and I can show you the way this looks. If I just change where we got here, here we go. So this is my tactics chart. So it's going to be Arsenal. Right here I've got shot takers from a free kick. So Xhaka is the one who usually would be the most common to take. At taking free kicks, he takes free kicks all over, but even when there's a shot potentially involved, which is zone B. So he's the one that's taken the most shots from a free kick. So, whoops. Well, anyway. So that's where we're going to go ahead with Granit Xhaka is going to be taking this free kick, and a shot can be generated from this potentially. Let's see. It's 46, which is going to be 49, so that's going to lead to a header A. Usually that would be a foul, but since it's a free kick, that's what the result is. Header A, so they need another loose ball go their way, and it doesn't, so they lose it this time, and Liverpool takes over in Zone X with player 7. Check something here real quick. No comments if you're watching. If you're tuning in here, just feel free to drop a line at some point and say that you're checking this out. This is has a really great flow to it when you get going. When me here talking half the time, it slows this down even more. It is a little bit of a slower game, but it's very much paced like soccer, which makes it a fun play as far as I'm concerned. So, anyway, we've got Curtis Jones in Zone X with the ball, getting ready to play here. And 36 is 41, and X is going to be a header to X, so another loose ball check. And they want 34 or above, and they get it. So they retain possession in X. And that'll be player 8, so that'll be Andrew Robertson, the left back. And a 56 is 40 in X is going to be a header to F, so a little bit farther forward on the pitch. And they retain again. But it's going to be player 10, so it'll be Matic with this, so see if he can move this forward at all. 35 is 46. That's going to be, he tries to pass, but it goes over the touchline. That's out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in to Arsenal. I'm going to take 1 second here to do another little, I'm going to make a little helper, hopefully for you guys, for anybody watching this. So just so loose ball. There. If I can figure this out here. Actually, I will need to do this a little differently. Okay. Okay, so if you need a reminder of what the loose ball requirements are there, so Arsenal, when we have a loose ball, if it's 11 to 33, it's theirs. If Liverpool, it's 34 to 66. So we have this throw in. I'm not showing you the charts, unfortunately. It's kind of tough because there's quite a few of them. I'll just flash it up here for a second. So this is his throw-in, goal kick, and then what he calls keeper throw-in. I like to call that goalkeeper outlet. This is basically when the ball doesn't go out of play, the keeper grabs it and throws it back into play. So 54. So for this chart, we take the sum, which is 9, and so that's going to be to Zone D. Arsenal with the ball, 10th minute, 1-0 Liverpool at the moment. 32 in D is going to be player 4, so Willian has had quite a bit of the ball here in the early going. 12 is 39 in D. That's going to be a header to A. If they can get their loose ball check to go, they have a chance maybe to do something, but they lose it. They cannot get control. Liverpool takes over in X. And 32 is going to be player 6. That's going to be Wijnaldum, the Dutch international. And a 52 is 27 in X. That'll be a defensive opportunity. 64. So this particular result means that the ball is going over the byline, and then we do this loose ball check to see if it is going to be a corner or a goal kick. And since it's Liverpool who win it, they get the corner kick. So they'll have a chance to generate a corner here. They are rated B, so kind of an average team as far as that goes. And again, we have like a corner kick chart. I'll just show you the chart. I have put together sort of a mashup chart of all these. So the corner kick one is down here. So some shot possibilities can be generated from your low sums. And I just knocked my player ID card, and so I've got to get this set back up again. And then we're going to roll. Going to roll with it, baby. Just like Steve Winwood used to talk about. So that is going to be what is called defensive D6. So what we will do here is take, whenever I roll 1d6, I just use the first. That's my convention. So we roll 1d6. If it is greater than the defense's defensive rating, which the defensive rating is a 3 for Arsenal. So if it's 4 or 5 or 6, there's going to be a shot generated off this corner kick. And it is 21, that means it's a 2. And so it is going to be a defensive check. That is, Arsenal is strong enough to the task, and they take over. Well, they don't take over. We're going to check their defense further, and it is going to be a steal into X for them on 46, the last number that goes that way. So X, 45 is going to be player 8. Arsenal, that'll be Hector Bellerin, the right wing back. He, in a 51, would be a good roll on a good offensive player. He's not. That's why he's in position 8, and that is going to be 46, which is out of bounds. 13th minute, a throw-in to the Reds. And a 6 is going to lead to zone F on this throw-in. And I'm going to make one little camera adjust here so I can move these cards up a little bit. They're a little in my zone here. Just gonna pull this stuff in just a tad. All right, now I have more room. Good. So zone F, right? Yeah, it was 6. So I re-rolled. So F36 is going to be player 7. So that will be Curtis Jones. 52 is 31. That'll be a defensive check. And 35 will be a steal. That'll be a steal to X. For the Gunners. And Gunners 35 for X. That'll be their player 7, which is going to be Ainsley Maitland-Niles. And so 63 on Maitland-Niles. That's a 48, which is a committed foul. So just to show you here, my convention for fouls, I'm going to put the player who committed it to the right. And then we re-roll for the suffered player, even though this isn't really all that important. I do keep that track of that. So that's going to be for Liverpool. That's going to be player 2 on the foul suffered. That's going to be Thiago Alcantara. Then we re-roll on the yellow card rating, and it's 15 for Maitland-Niles. He's a 14 is his yellow, so he dodges that one. And so no card issued. The referee just gives him a bit of a warning, says that was a little bit of a rough challenge there. I would recommend against doing that again. And so we'll see if he takes his advice. But it'll be a free kick in X, and that will be... Let's see, who is going to be taking the free kicks today for Liverpool? It'll be Alexander Arnold will be their designated free kick taker today. So let's give him the old roll. And a 9 is going to be the zone D. D55, so it's going to be Andrew Robertson. Probably 35 from goal, something like that. 16. So that's a 25, and D is going to lead to another one of these shots, auto shot generated. And it'll lead to D6. So it'll be Wijnaldum and D. 56 for him. 28 in D is going to be a pass. Actually, it's going to be a dribble to E for him. He's going to stay with the ball. 62 is 40 in E. It's going to end up an aerial ball, and they're going to have to loose ball it, and it's going to be lost. So Arsenal gets that header, brings it down in their own zone, and it's going to be collected by Xhaka. 16th minute, 1-0 Liverpool. 31 for Xhaka is 33. That's going to be a defensive check. With a 32, that's going to be a steal to zone F. So the lower the number, in like the 20s and 30s up through maybe some, and for the better defensive teams up through the 40s, those are just going to be steals to zone. So it's zone F, and it's going to be player 9, Fabinho, for Liverpool. I think his first touch here today. 36, 26 is going to be 36 leads to 26 in F. That's another defensive check. 33, that will be a steal to F for Arsenal. And that's going to be for Aubameyang in F. So he might he have a long thrust here? No, he's not. So F40 be a header to E. They've got longer odds at making these loose ball, and they lose it. So zone X for Liverpool now. So a little back and forth action here at the moment. Not producing much. In way of shots, I think we've only had 3 shots generated so far. Actually, we'll say 4 shots generated so far. So this is going to be Fabinho again with a 43. That's going to be he's going to commit a foul. Kind of a antsy game here. Now Liverpool did get the early goal, so the foul suffered is going to be Gabriel dos Santos, and no card. That'll be a free kick for Arsenal, zone X. And so that's going to be the zone C. So a good result there. C at 64 is going to be player 8. That's going to be Bellerin. Goes into the corner with it. 46, he is going to not be fouled. That is usually a foul spot, but he doesn't get that. So C22 is, let's see, yeah, so 22. So that's going to be another shot generated chart. And this is going to lead to a corner kick as well. C22, and that's going to end up with C2 in the process. So we go a shot from Bellerin. Is missed. Deflects off a defender for corner. The corner kick's taken. It ends up in zone C with Lacazette. Now we roll. Play resumes. 36 is going to be 43 in C, which is going to be header in D. So they're going to have to win a loose ball to continue this thrust, and they do win it. Under 33, or under 34, I mean. So it'll be D, and 14 is going to lead to player 1. So Aubameyang, a good goal scorer, can he get a roll that gives him a chance? 51 is 9 in D. We look at D9, it is just at the edge of the shot range, so he will generate a shot. And we need to check and see who would get the assist. 62 is going to be no assist. So we take and we subtract 1, and that's it. So 33 goes down to 32 for Aubameyang. So it's got to be 32 or less for a shot generated. It's 23. It is on goal, and now it's going to end up being up to Allison here. Again, the 10s are goal scored, and the roll is 26. That will not be a goal. That will be a rebound to zone C. So Allison with the save. Can they keep possession? Yes, they do. They retain possession, zone C. Arsenal to continue this foray, but it's going to be player 8. That'll be Bellerin again. He was the one that generated the first shot in this whole sequence. 34. It's 33 in C. That's going to be a defensive check. So errant pass here. Can they get to it? 23 is going to be a steal to E, I believe. Yes. So Liverpool will get control of it and start the counter to zone E. Player 2. So this is going to be Mane, the goal scorer. Zone E. 66. That's 1 in E. So this is going to be a pass to A, whoever we want. That's one of the... or we could roll a... Let's see. I forget what Mark suggests here. Let's see. Randomly determine player 1 to 3. So we're going to roll again. It'll be A, and what we're going to go 1 to 2 is 1. So it's going to be 3. So it'll be player 2. So Mane in A. This is a glorious chance. So he makes a run into the box. 13 is not going to generate it, though. 32 will mean that he regains possession out in D. And he is going to take a chance now. Could he get his second goal? Mane, who is going to have assisted in him getting the ball back out there in zone D. So 61. That's player 10 on the assist, which is... It's going to be no assist again. This would be another unassisted goal. So with D, again, we're going to drop 1. 31. Can he get the shot on goal? No, he misses that. So that's a shot that misses the target. And now we go to the missed shot chart, and it's over the goal, and that will lead to a goal kick in the 23rd minute. So a little bit of action here, a counter, and Mane gets a chance but can't put it on net. He just skies it. So we have had a couple viewers here. Again, feel free to hang out, and if you want to chat, I can bring the window up on occasion. Actually, I'll leave it up here. I usually have up the special results chart, but I can just quickly bring that up when I need it. And actually, half of the special results off that chart end up being related to player fatigue anyway, that you can do without even looking at the chart. So we're about halfway through the first half here. First quarter of the game complete. 1-0 Reds. As in the 4th minute, Sadio Mane was able to gain a pass that would deflect it off a defender. He took a shot from about 20 yards. and it eluded Bernd Leno for the goal. So now a goal kick for Leno as Mane's second shot of the game skied the bar. So the goal kick 8 is going to be zone F. And F56 is going to be player 9. So El Neni for Arsenal. And a 25 for El Neni is 34. 34 in F is a defensive check. Let me get these things out of the way. So these are my, when we have fatigue or having to abate a yellow card or try and play safe with a player, I use those guys. So actually I'm going to put this player ID chart off to the side so that way I can get the cards into the picture more. Again, this is a work in progress. It's kind of tough to show you everything, so I'm doing the best I can. So a defensive check. Okay, so they're going to steal it to F. Is that right? 25. Yes, stolen to F. F and 12. That will be player 1. So Liverpool, so that'll be Mohamed Salah. I don't know if he's had a touch of the ball yet, but okay, so here is 54, which is special result land. And let's see, is it roll 7? No, it doesn't. So now we re-roll to go to the chart. Hey, Philip Reynolds, good morning. Special result chart, 56. Use player control chart A column to determine offensive player who cuts in and gets a shot off that strikes the woodwork. We roll the D6. 1 to 3 would be a goal kick. 4 to 5, a loose ball in the area A. 6, a lucky bounce, and a goal, no assist. So, first off, we roll on player chart A, which I can show you is right here. Here's A. It's also the free kick, indirect kick chart. So let's roll 44. So it's going to be player 4. So that's going to be Trent Alexander-Arnold, the right back. He's going to cut in. Now we re-roll. He's going to get a shot off. Well, actually, what we'll do is we'll write down. He gets the shot. Alexander-Arnold. I have to shortcut his name because it's too long to write in my spot here. So if it's a 6, it's a goal. The first die, it is a 1, so that is going to go into the crowd. So that's going to be off target and over. And that is, so it hits the wood, goes into the crowd, and that's going to be a goal kick for Arsenal. So a little counter chance there for Alexander-Arnold, and he can't find goal. Great chance to go up 2-0. And he blows it. So I'm going to get a drink here while I'm taking a second to... Again, we're in the 25th minute here. I'm putting on a fan because it's cold, but now it's warming up, and I ran the heater for a bit, and the computer churning out heat also does me in. So, all right, time to get the chat back up here. Yeah, there you are. Okay, yeah. So 65 on a goal kick. That's going to be a good goal kick for Leno. It's going to end up in zone B. They're going to have control of it. But B62, it's going to be one of the back players. It'll be Maitland-Niles. Moving up in B. So 36, 43 in B is going to be a header to B. They're going to have to win a loose ball to keep going. And they do not. They need it to be 33 or less. So lost. Liverpool takes over an X. 10, that'll be Matip. Center back. Zone. 14, 37 and X is going to be, ooh, it's a header to D. So that's in the zone of the chart here where you get a little bit of green in X, which leads to these header loose ball checks. And can they win it? They do. So they're able to, Matip is able to put an aerial ball up and they get it forward. It's collected by Thiago, player 5. And now in D, 55 would normally, for a better offensive player, this would be a potential shot, but instead it's 35 in D, which is going to lead to defensive checks. So the dice do not play kind for them. But 61, this is going to be, he's going to, instead, the pass that he attempts gets through to zone B. So this is one of those cases where just because it's a defensive check, there are opportunities that the defense isn't good enough to clamp down on the pass, and the pass gets through zone B, and 16 is going to be player 1, so it's going to go up to Salah and B. 22, this is going to be a shot from B for Mohamed Salah. 22 is a 4, and a 4 in B is a shot for sure. We got to check and see on assist, and another unassisted chance here. So, but it's going to be B. So we add 3 and subtract 1. So it's going to go up to 35. So almost a 50% chance of this being on goal. We roll 35 or less. 24, it's on goal. Leno's got to make a save. 10 is goal. And 54 is a special result. The goalkeeper special result. Goalkeeper special result. Ugh. Save, great outlet, and cross to player number 1 in A. So basically, this would be a counter a chance. So he is going to goalkeeper outlet. Leno is. He makes the save. We do not have an offensive player that is 20 plus rated. So so how are we going to do this? So we're going to do the goalkeeper outlet. We will say, let's what we're going to do is we're going to say, okay, so goalkeeper outlet was X. $42, player 8. So this is going to, oh man, I wrote that in a bad spot in my chart. That's going to be Bellerin. And he is going to cross it in to player 1, so it's Aubameyang. A1. And that's where we're going to leave it. He's not 20 rated. You can see Aubameyang. If I can get my... Oh. One moment. I goofed up. I probably should put this guy way over here instead. I don't know. I don't know where to put it. Oh. Life is easy until it's hard, right? Okay. I can't put that there because that's where Aubameyang's card goes. What am I doing? All right. So you can see here, offensive listed. He is 10. So, he's not 20 plus, which Mohamed Salah is 20. If this had gone Liverpool's way, then it would have been fine, but it wasn't. So, A1. So, we're going to have him take over in A1 after this cross from Bellerin. 45 in A is 29 in A, so that's going to be C3. So, Arsenal can't generate an opportunity off of that glorious chance. Just maybe skips off his head the wrong way, goes to Xhaka in C. 16 is 42 in C. Header to C. Loose ball lost. Reds take over in the defensive zone. X. 53 is going to be 9, so that will be Fabinho. 29th minute, still 1-0. 33, not going to generate anything of note. If it's 11 or 66, it might be a pass, but instead it's going to be 34 in X. No good pass there. It's going to be a defensive check. 45, that's going to be a steal to X for Arsenal. 52, so X9. So they're X9. That's El Neni. Here we go with the 11, so that's going to be a good pass from El Neni. It's a 2, and X is going to be B2, so that's a pass up to Lacazette and B. Can they get doubles back-to-back? 43, no, it's going to be a foul committed by the French international. Alexandre Lacazette, he fouls. Let's see, it's going to be Wijnaldum. And does he gain a card? It needs to be 15 or less. It's 14. There's a yellow. If it's 11, it's a red. It's not a red, just a yellow. So our first disciplinary action of the day goes to Lacazette. There's a point. Sometimes I kind of feel like I would prefer to take like half of the yellow card rating on the first chance, because the yellows come up. So now we have to decide, are we going to... I think Arsenal has the chance. You could play safe, which means then if we play safe with Lacazette, it downgrades their defense and their team rating a little bit. Plus, he can't get the ball anywhere inside of zone F. So it just hampers them. So they're going to take their chances that he doesn't get a second yellow. It'll be a free kick in X to Liverpool as we cross the half an hour mark. So that is going to be zone D as the free kick from Alexander-Arnold, and 31 is going to be player 4. So he's going to end up getting that on a pass back to him in D. And that is a foul roll if the player is rated, I think 2 maybe, but he's only rated 1 for foul committed. So instead he's going to be 37 in D, which is going to be a defensive opportunity here for Arsenal. Can they make a block? No, they can't. This is going to be blocked out over the end line. And it does go off of the Gunners, so it will be a corner kick for Liverpool. And it's 3, so this is going to lead to a shot on goal, actually. This is a header shot on goal. So we take the corner kick line of the player finder. Oh, boy. Player 10. So it's going to be Rob Holding. Going to get a shot on goal. So this is actually this is actually not so bad, because it's pretty it would be pretty realistic for Rob Holding to end up with a header shot on goal. Not Holding, Matip, my bad. Why am I looking at Arsenal's side? Liverpool with the corner kick. Matip. Header shot on goal. We look at Leno again. Can he make this save? 56. He does, and he's going to reel it in and hold on to it, thankfully for him, and it will lead to a goalkeeper outlet. So Matip doesn't quite get everything on that header that he wanted to, and it was reeled in, and I maybe made a mistake there. Yeah, I did. But let's see. Let's correct this mistake. I forgot to check. It's not going to lead to this goal here, so it's fine. But the that was going to be that roll. I need to roll for assist first to see who would get the assist on this header goal. So that would have been the roll, and then this 22 right here would be the actual goal check, which 22 is going to lead to a rebound in D. So still a chance for Liverpool maybe to generate a goal off of this chance, and they will retain it in D. So I got a little excited there and forgot to check. You're supposed to check for your assist first. So then D53, player 7. So Curtis Jones, not likely going to lead to a goal here, but let's see. 32, no, 45. That's out of bounds. So that ends the offensive thrust there by the Reds, and it'll be the Gunners taking over with a throw-in. Throw-in 10 is going to be zone X, so going to throw it back towards goal, and it'll be reeled in by Rob Holding. 44 is a good roll, but not in this case. 31 is going to be checking defense on Liverpool. 61. Ooh, boy, they miss it. This is going to be a great chance, a pass to B for the Gunners. B33 is going to be Xhaka, Swiss stalwart, and that is a 66. This is going to be a shot in B for Granit Xhaka. Now, he doesn't have the greatest shot rating, if I recall. 25 is not so great, so he would love to have a good assist partner here, maybe Lacazette or Willian, and he doesn't get it. We've had big rolls on these, so it's going to be subtract 1, add 2. So subtract 1 for no assist, unassisted, add 2, so it's going to go, or add 3. Subtract 1, add 3, which means net plus 2, so it goes from 25 up to 31. Now we roll. Is it on? Oh, it is. It's on target. Can they equalize? Allison needs to make another save. And it's an 11. It is going to be off over the end line for a corner kick. So a great save from Allison keeps this as a 1-goal advantage for Liverpool. I may stop this video at half and then come back later this afternoon to finish it off. We will see. Corner kick for Arsenal. They are a C team, so not very good at generating chances from the corner kicks, and this is going to lead to it's going to go over the end line and loops back in, but the assistant blows the whistle, raises his flag, or well, he doesn't blow the whistle. He raises his flag, the referee blows the whistle, and it's going to be a goal kick for Allison. So Allison thwarts Xhaka. The goal kick is going to be to zone D. 35th minute, again, 1-0 Liverpool. D and 10 there, right? Yep. So Matip. Zone D, so 44 is not going to lead to it with his offensive rating, so it's a defensive check. 45 is going to be a steal for Arsenal to X. X34, so it's going to be to Maitland-Niles. Card right there. 53, 29 is going to be defensive check. 46, that's a steal to X. Liverpool, and that will be player 4, Alexander-Arnold. 2 in X, so we got an 11, that's a 2. 2 in X is B2, so it's going to be with Mane and B. 55 is going to be another shot. Can he get his second goal of the game? Will he get any assist help this time? Perhaps. Let's see. Assist 7 is Matip. He is a 2, so he can assist. So with an assist 2, we don't, you can see in the bottom, we don't add anything, but we don't subtract. So we get to add 3 for the zone because it's zone B. So we're going up to 35 for Mane, so about a 50-50 chance. We haven't had hardly any missed goal here on these checks, so this might be one where it happens, and it does. This is a missed shot by Mane, and that is going to be a 50-50 in A. Straight, and it says in his rules 50-50, so I consider that straight down the middle 50-50. We don't worry about we don't worry about the loose ball. I figured you'd say loose ball if it was a loose ball check. So 50-50, if it's 36 or less, it's Arsenal. It is going to be kept by Liverpool on the 63. So rebound or recovered in A. Can they get another shot? A21 is going to be Salah, and he is lethal. Can he get a shot off? Got a lot of chances. 10 in A is another shot. 31 for him. He's got a lot of shot numbers, and this is one of them. Salah is going to get one, and he's going to get a +5 bump. Can he get an assist bump, too? 32 is going to help him. 32 is player 3. Mane, Firmino, Alexander-Arnold is the third. He's a 7. You can see we're also going to add +3 for him. So we're going to add +8 to Salah's card. That is going to be a great chance. 33, if we take 6, is going to be 43. Add 2 more. 45. So almost a 2/3 chance here that he makes this, or that he puts it on goal. And chance is Leno, and it's on goal. Leno's got to make another save, or it's 2-0. Liverpool, 54. Another special result check for him. So this is probably going to lead to a save. 54, save, rebound to A, whistle blows offside, so he gets away with it. So we are going to say rebound to A, so it is a save, but then we're going to put offside in there, and that's going to end the foray. It's going to be indirect free kick for Arsenal. So all right, I need to take a break. apologies for the short break here. The indirect is to zone D, and the zone D is going to be picked up by player 2. So it'll be Lacazette and D. Arsenal. Oh boy, here we go. 7 and D is going to be a shot for Lacazette. We've had some good action here in this. A couple of teams that do like to play on the offensive side of things. Can he get, and he does, he's going to have, who is the best assist player? Willian is a 5. And where did I put my glasses? I think I took off my reading glasses, and now it's going to make it a little bit tougher for me. That's okay. 5 is going to be +1, and that's all the bump he is going to get. Boy, it's going to be 41 because he's a 36. Getting old is tough, you know what I mean? Hey Larry, getting old is tough. It's 36. So we bump him 41. Can he get 41 or less? It is going to be on target. If it is a 10, it is a goal. And they would equalize. 52 is a 10. It's a goal. And Arsenal gets the equalizer in the 40th minute. Lacazette with an assist by Willian. And it is 1-1. So the home team, the fans in the stands are elated that their team has had a good performance here in the first half. They've hung tough with Liverpool, I believe the reigning champions from the previous season, a tough team. And it's equalized. I got to go get my glasses. I'm not going to be able to see, so I'll be right back. Glasses are fixed. The one time in like 3 weeks I do a video and all hell breaks loose in the world, so that's no surprise whatsoever. Kickoff for Liverpool to zone F. You know how that works, I'm sure. All of you guys probably do. You spend lots of time with everybody, and then as soon as then the world breaks. Okay, so F6. So Wijnaldum in X. Liverpool shocked here. Equalized by Gunners. 31 in F. It's 40. Be a header to E. And that is going to be lost to Arsenal. So Arsenal with some momentum here. Let's see if they can get something else going. X46 will be player 8. That'll be Bellerin. 65 is 34 in X. No, it'll be a defensive check. And just so you guys, if you haven't figured it out yet, you can see the cards here somewhat. The way that I set this up, I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And the same over here. I used to kind of set it up in a little different way, which would be more like two sides going against each other that way, but just this works a little better. So a defensive check we're going to wrap this up at halftime. We're in the 42nd minute, and we've had 2 goals, so we're going to add 2 minutes of stoppage time at this point. 46 for a 3-rated team is going to be a steal to X. And 14 will be player 3. So the Reds will be Roberto Firmino and X. And a 51 is going to be a good pass. X 9. Pass to D, and 7 will be Curtis Jones, midfielder. Another 51, so 22 in D is going to lead to a corner kick. So a shot from Jones, off target, then a corner kick. It's going to go out of bounds for a corner, basically deflected. The corner kick leads to Roberto Firmino having it in zone D. 53, 21 in D, so this is going to lead to another corner kick. Shot for Firmino, off target. Corner kick for Liverpool ends up, let's see, what was that? So it was 53, 21 in D is going to be, so to D2, so it'll be Mane in D. 25, that's 8 in D is going to be another shot for Mane. So Liverpool looking to get this right back. Who's going to have an assist? Anybody? No. So this is going to be Mane's 32, so it goes down to 31 unassisted. No zone adjustment. It's a 43. It's off target. And in the 45th minute, right at the almost to stoppage time, it's going to be a goalkeeper outlet for Bernd Leno. Deflects off a defender and rolls to him. He's going to pick it up and he's going to try and distribute it. Throw in is going to be to E. Goalkeeper throw in. And it's going to be E1. So Aubameyang, 29 in E is not going to be good enough. Defensive check. We're in the first minute of stoppage time. We're going to have 2 of them. This is going to be a steal to zone F. F22 is 4. So Alexander Arnold in F as we close out the first minute of stoppage time. 7 in F on that 15. D1. So Salah in D. Can he get a stoppage time goal here as things close out? D9 on a 51 is going to be a shot at the death of the first half. Any assist? 31, so yes, there will be. It'll be player 2. Firmino is a 7, so we're going to add 3 for him. And that's all. So 33 up to 36. So a half chance at a shot on target. It's on target. Can Leno make the save, or is it going to be 2-1 going to halftime? 53, it's going to be goalkeeper outlet. He makes the save. A lot of good opportunities here. And Leno comes up big. What's going to be the result of this? And this will probably close it out here for the first half. X 10, and the referee blows the whistle. 1-1 is your score as we head to the locker room. Really tantalizing first half as far as soccer goes, in terms of chances. And Lacazette, maybe we're lucky there that that they didn't decide to play him safe, because he wouldn't have gotten that equalizer. I think there's no way he would have had that in zone D. So let's go through and do our quick. I'm gonna try and real quick get our stats figured out on camera here. Mane shot on goal, and a goal unassisted right there, right off the bat. 4th minute. A little retrospective. Lacazette had 2 shots on off target in the first 7 minutes. Foul by Mane. So right there's a corner kick for Liverpool. Nothing came out of it. Maitland-Niles with a foul committed on who the heck is that? I think that was Alcantara. Can't even read my own handwriting. Robertson misses a shot there in the 15th minute. The first 20 minutes were a little... we'll say the first 15 minutes got a little bit stale at times. There was some back and forth defensive action, not really generating too much. Some fouls, and then it picked up as Bellerin had a shot off target, generated a corner kick, and then that from there we got a little header which came to Aubameyang just at the corner of the area. He had a shot on goal. It was saved by Alisson. Mane took it the other way, missed his shot attempt, went over. That was a great chance for Liverpool. Then Alexander-Arnold shanked a shot as well. Then Salah got a chance on goal that was collected by Leno. A couple of saves. He had a couple saves in this half. One he missed. Mane's he obviously didn't get, but then we're going to keep going here. Lacazette with a foul and a yellow in the 30th minute. Fouled, suffered by Wijnaldum. So we end up with a corner kick to Liverpool and a shot on goal by Matip, which was saved. Header shot. Kind of only got a portion of it. Xhaka, then they went the other way. Xhaka shot on goal leads to a corner kick. Corner kick didn't go to anything. Mane with another missed attempt. Rebound in A is collected, goes to Salah, and he shoots it on goal, and Leno deflects it. But then it was deemed Liverpool was offside. Then after the indirect free kick, Lacazette gathers it in, turns, shoots on goal. It goes... Willian collects it, goes to Lacazette. He shoots, eludes Alisson for the equalizer in the 40th minute, assisted by Willian. Then we've got a couple of missed shots here. Jones, Firmino, Mane, a third missed shot of the first half, and then Salah gets one more shot on goal. He's had 3 of them, and all have been saved. So a pretty good half there from Leno, all things considered, to keep this thing where it's at. 4, 5, 6 shots, 3 on target for Arsenal. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 shots for Liverpool. Onslaught for the most part, and 5 of them on target. 4 saves for Leno, 2 for Alisson, the Brazilian. And let's try and get a little possession check here. 1, 2, so 3, 5, 8, 10, 12, 16, 17, 18 on that first line. 21, 22, 25, 26, 31, 33 in that one. 38, 40, 45, 46, 47. So 48 minus 2 is 46 for the goal. And we had 92 lines. We're going to subtract 2, so it'll be 90, so 44 So a little bit of possession benefiting Liverpool in that first half. So that's where we're going to end it here. A pretty good half of football. I don't foresee any changes for either team going to the second half. But, you know, again, it takes a little longer when you're playing it on camera. So, also if you're using fast action cards, and also, so the other thing to keep in mind that these rules are alternative rules put together in the Delphi forums by Dr. Z. It goes by Mark Finzel. Is the thread that he has there is in the mini premiere. A really good rule set if you want to get in depth. Those rules take time, and because also you can't. It's kind of tough to use the fast action cards with those rules because you still got to be looking. So that's why I've been using a dice roller, and works out pretty well, all things considered, and it gives you a lot more shots. It is probably, I'd say it's pretty equivalent to what you would get in a real soccer match, but it will add to the time. So if you go by regular rules, and I will at some point here put together just a regular old match with the base rules to try and help those who are trying to learn this game. But in any event, we're at 1-1 at the intermission. We'll see if either team can break through and get the 3 points. Either do that late this evening or maybe tomorrow at some point. Of course, tomorrow's Super Bowl Sunday. Hope everybody has a great next few hours. As got lots of stuff going on. They're golfing in Arizona today and tomorrow. So whatever you decide to do, whether you're going to roll some games, whether you're going to watch some sports, enjoy. And we'll be back for more alternative Premier League action with the second half of Arsenal-Liverpool. So thanks for watching. Hit like, subscribe, and we will see you back here soon on Tenacious Sports. Have a great day.